This is Buffy from Buffy's Flavorful Journey. That's a YouTube channel tailored for vibrant single women over 50 who relish life's simple pleasures. Many women over 50 are actively choosing to be single for a variety of reasons, each unique to their personal journey and perspective. And I am one of those women. How about you? So I thought about reasons why we might be choosing to be single, and that's the topic of today's podcast. Now let's look at 20 possible reasons why women over 50 might choose to embrace singleness. 1. Independence. Enjoying the freedom to make decisions without needing to compromise or consult with a partner. Do I want to stay in? Do I want to go out? Where to go on vacation? What to eat? Do I want to buy that item I saw on sale? Or do I want to save money? For us vintage single women, that's what we're being called now, vintage. We make these decisions without needing to consult with someone else, and I love it. 2. Self-discovery. Taking time to explore personal interests, hobbies, and passions that might have been sidelined in the past. I probably would never have started a social media presence if I was in a relationship and he did not support it or, in the very least, cheer me on. But being single and able to do pretty much what I want to when I want to has allowed me to pursue baking, cooking, making videos and podcasts, and I have become so much more confident about being on camera and getting over my shyness. It has been freeing, to say the least. 3. Career focused. Concentrating on professional goals and ambitions without the distraction of maintaining a romantic relationship. I never let any of my prior relationships interfere with my career, though, as I was usually the one making more money. But I can see how this may have been an issue for some people. 4. Financial autonomy. Having control over personal finances and enjoying the ability to manage money without considering a partner's input. Man, oh man, of Chevys. Once I had a shared checking account and he took all of the money. Dumb move on my part, I know. I even failed to heed my mother's advice to always have a separate account that he would not know about or be able to touch. Lesson learned and never duplicated. I was young and in love, basically stupid. And since he and I were talking about marriage, I wanted to share and to be equal partners. That is not something I think can exist in a relationship, let alone a marriage. I've since learned that in a relationship, at any given time, one of the partners has to lead and the other follow. And this lead and follow dynamic can and should change up when necessary. It's too hard to have one person always being the leader and doing everything for the other. It gets old. It gets tiring. A lot of people divorce over that or just break up if they're not married. 5. Personal growth. Engaging in self-improvement and personal development activities that are easier to pursue while single. Enjoy learning new skills and trying things out that you had always wanted to do. That way you can get to know who you really are. 6. Simplified lifestyle. Appreciating a less complicated life without the challenges and responsibilities that come with the partnership. Let's be honest. Sometimes being in a relationship is nothing but drama after drama after drama. I'm not looking for any such ish in my life like that right now. 7. Travel freedom. Being able to travel spontaneously or pursue long-term travel dreams without needing to coordinate with a partner. There is nothing wrong with traveling solo or with your friends. Sometimes those are the best trips for fun and relaxation. 8. Avoiding relationship drama. Steering clear of the emotional stress and drama that can sometimes come with a romantic relationship. Now, we touched on this a bit back in number 6. And I know not every relationship is drama-filled. And if any of you are lucky enough to have experienced that, I'm happy for you and I wish you all the best. 9. Recovery from past relationships. Taking time to heal and recover from past relationships or the loss of a spouse. I've done this twice. In 2001 and again in 2013 after breaking up with 2 different guys. I needed time to heal, to learn about myself and to figure out how I contributed to the failed relationships and how I needed to change if I wanted to have a successful one. I also took time to learn to love myself which I finally did in 2019. 10. Enjoying solitude. Finding peace and contentment in being alone, enjoying one's own company. Now, me, I've always been a bit of a loner. And even if I was in a relationship, I would still need my own alone time. And I think he should have his own alone time too, so that we can both continue to do things we like to do by ourselves. Number 11. Prioritizing health and well-being. Focusing on physical health, mental wellness, and emotional stability. This is an obvious one, but often overlooked, I think. If you are taking time out for yourself to get yourself ready for a relationship, then you definitely need to focus on your physical and mental health, emotional stability, and spiritual awareness, if applicable. 12. Strengthening friendships. Investing time and energy in friendships, which can be deeply fulfilling and less complex than romantic relationships. This is something I have never done, but again, I'm a loner. The few friends that I have kept in touch with since high school or college, well, we continue to do so, but primarily on Facebook. I was never a social butterfly, as I was more of a homebody, and I still am. 13. Family commitments. Dedicating more time to children, grandchildren, or aging parents, which can be more challenging when balancing a romantic relationship. Sometimes family is all you got, and that could be a good thing or a bad thing. And if you know, you know. 14. Community and volunteering. Engaging more actively in community service or volunteering opportunities. I definitely admire those that are involved in their communities. I keep telling myself that I want to do some volunteering, but then I talk myself out of it when I realize I have to leave the house. And I'm a homebody, so I don't know. 15. Exploring spirituality. Pursuing spiritual or religious interests that might not have been shared with the partner. I'm a firm believer and member of the stay-at-home Baptist congregation. But all jokes aside, how do people navigate relationships where they have different religious beliefs? That was never something I encountered when I was dating, so I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments if you've had that experience and how you handled it. 16. Reducing compromise. Having the luxury of not having to compromise on daily life choices, from what to eat to how to spend free time. When you're single, it really is your way or the highway, 17. Reinvention. Embracing this phase of life as a time for reinvention or a second act, which can be more freely pursued while single. Why not reinvent yourself? Or just do all of the things that you always wanted to do, but could not when you were in a relationship for one thing or another. 18. Desire for personal space. Valuing personal space and the ability to create a living environment that's entirely your own. That's amazing. That is a really amazing feeling. It's your apartment. It's your home. You decorate it or not the way you want it. 19. Social flexibility. Having the freedom to socialize, make new friends, or engage in social activities without the need to accommodate a partner's preferences. This one is not really applicable to me because, again, I'm more of a loner and still more of an introvert. And 20. Embracing change. Recognizing that life's priorities and desires can change over time. And finding that being single aligns more with your current life goals and aspirations. Yeah, I know change can be hard at times, but you have to admit that change, although hard to deal with or not, it's necessary sometimes. It's necessary. Now, I'm not saying that being single is always rosy, but being in a relationship isn't either. There are ups and downs, ebbs and flows with either situation. But the reasons discussed in this podcast do reflect a shift in societal norms and the growing recognition that happiness and fulfillment can be found in various forms of living, not just in traditional romantic partnerships. And don't forget that even though this podcast is geared towards women, there are a lot of men out there choosing to be single too. Props to you, men. Props to you. Now, here's a new part of the podcast. Question of the week. I will end Wednesday's podcast with a question and then go over any responses the following Wednesday. So today's question is, What has been your most surprising or unexpected experience while being single? And how have you adapted to or managed it? So remember, ladies, being single is nothing to be ashamed of. So let's embrace it and start living our best lives. And don't forget to subscribe to Buffy's Flavorful Journey channel and podcast for more uplifting and empowering content via videos and podcasts. I also do a lot of cooking and baking on here. I like to share my recipes. I love you, fam, and all the best to you and yours. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.